freedom fighters, and welcome to my second Q&A. First question. Kanye West and Kim Kardashian recently purchased property in the so-called Wyoming. What are they really up to? Well, I think the answer to this one is actually quite clear. Kanye West has already announced his intention to run for president, and I believe that they are using the shell state of Wyoming to boost his future votes. Next up, we have a couple different questions. First off, who are your influences? The one I'm sure you guys have already picked up on is Dennis Prager. Big fan. Everyone at PragerU in general. Will Witt, Candace Owens, the whole crew. Sarah Palin, Ben Shapiro. Up until recently, with the new revelations coming out about him, I had been a big fan of Alex Jones. Though obviously now I'm not at all. Next question, why do you do what you do? To destroy the deep state. Obviously I want to become president so I can make the world a better place, and by doing that I hope to destroy the deep state, drain the swamp, all yada yada yada. Next question, do you have another job? Not at the moment. I kind of get my money right now. There's a, wishing fountain nearby where I live, so I'll kind of dive in and get pennies, which, if you think about it, makes me a diver, so I do have a job in that case. And finally, what is it like living in your tiny house? It's good, it's good. It's been kind of cold, the heater isn't really working. You get used to the smoke inhalation, so that's not really a problem anymore. It's a little close quarters, but it's just me, so whatever. There is actually some exciting news on that front, though, because I actually might be moving out soon, fingers crossed. If you'd like to see a tour of my new house if that happens, leave a comment down below. Next up, we have, what are your opinions on the Second Amendment and the situation in Virginia? I have been following it for months. First up, on the Second Amendment, it's a little controversial, but I do believe the amendments exist. I know a lot of people out there think they're just a fairy tale, not real. I think they are real. As for the situation in Virginia, I personally do think they should change their state bird from the northern cardinal to something else. Just off the top of my head, I can think of so many cooler birds like flamingo, penguin, phoenix, I feel like they should just change it. Next, we have, when will you be hiring for your campaign? Funny you should ask that. I actually just put out a Craigslist ad for some campaign jobs, so I'll put the link to that in the description and you can go check it out. Next, why are you so underwatched? The deep state, maybe? I personally am inclined to agree with that. If you noticed my last video about Alex Jones, it got bombed with dislikes. I think the deep state is trying to suppress it. So if you could share it with friends and family to get the word out there, I would really appreciate it. Next up, are you in the Illuminati? Absolutely not. I take a very hard anti-Illuminati stance. I believe they are colluding with the deep state to tank my campaign and are out to get me. And our last question is, are you funded by the Russians? So the answer to that is no, I am not. I'm currently exclusively funded by my merch store, the link to which is in the description down below. And so far, all purchases from that store have been from within the United States. Thank you all so much for all the amazing questions today. If you have any that you'd like to see in future Q&As, leave them in the comments down below, and I will see you all next time.